wake up. Since we've all just woken up, we'll take our time with it. And we're going to start with the shoulders. Let them start leading your spine very gently around. So I don't want you to worry about holding your spine still yet. Just actually let it have a little bit of gentle movement. That's it. Good. Yeah. And then start pulling that movement a little bigger. Let yourself feel almost like you're paddling backwards. So you're going to engage more movement in the shoulder blade as the spine rotates from side to side. Feel your ribs. Look at one side of your room and then the other. Yeah. Good. Good. And then let your arms just pull in and then push down. Let yourself have a nice little bow, stretching the back of your neck. And then arms come forward, easy peasy. Good, then we're just gonna find our feet. I'm in parallel this morning. And we're gonna wrap those heels, find big toe, pinky toe. Good, and then a little press. Good, big inhale, stay there. Feel your ribs expand. Good. Exhale, slow release of the arms. Good. And repeat. Inhale. Exhale, press. Good. Big inhales. Feel your ribs. Good. And exhale. So if you inhale and you feel tension in your neck, that probably means we're not, A, setting the shoulders wide, and B, not expanding into the ribs. Good. Let's do one more. Good. Good. All right. And then let's take that. We're going to just press it to the right hip. Same thing. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, slow release. Good. Inhale, exhale, left hip. Good. Inhale, hold it. Good. Exhale, release. Good. And then just keep repeating that slow pattern. Good. And then one last round. Just minding the shoulder, especially on the side you're going to. So if you're going to the right, check that that shoulder is pulling around to the back. Good. Same thing to the left. Yep, make sure that shoulder's pulling to the left. Good. And then back to center. Good. Inhale, exhale, let yourself round forward into a bow. Good. Again, stretching that upper back. Good. As you unfurl, exhale and pull the bar up towards your chest. Drive through your feet and then roll your elbows down, lifting your chest to the sky. Good. Inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, arms extend and you roll into bow. Inhale, exhale, start rolling back up. Those elbows. Find the shoulders. That's it. Good. And let's do one more. Inhale and exhale forward. And inhale and exhale up. Good. And then we'll take the bar. Just press it straight down the front of us. Oops, I got an itch. Hang on. Sorry. Press it straight down the front of us. Good. And then we're going to hinge forward. Just gently pull the tail up. Only go as far as you feel your tail moving. Good. Inhale, release the bar. Exhale, pull it back in, still in neutral spine. Good. Unhinge, pressing through the ground. So I want you to really let the ground be what starts that motion. Good. Inhale, release the arms. Exhale, pull the bar in. Good. And hinge. Good. That's it. Good. Tails up. Good. And then release the bar, keeping that neutral spine. Good. And press in. Good. Push your feet through the earth to start you coming back up. Good. And we'll do just one more round. And then hinge. Good. Inhale, release. Good. And then push the earth away. Good. And then come back up. Good. Feeling good? Finding ourselves in our bodies. All right. We're going to take a step forward. Actually, before we take a step forward, let's walk in place. So we're going to lift the right ball of foot and the left heel. So right ball of foot is yours off the ground? Your right ball of foot, Lisa? I can't see your foot from the side, so I can't tell from the back. All right, and then we're gonna switch. Good. And there we go. I see it now. Good. And switch. Good. So just waking up a little bit more of that connection. And then as you're here, can you press equally? So for example, when I lift my right ball of foot, my weight's on the heel, but it's all the way on the heel. It's not centered. So I want you to check, can you push yourself to center so that there is weight between the heel on one side and the ball of the foot on the other. Good. And switch. Good. That's it. Yeah, so make sure the other side catches you. So right there, Lisa, pause. Put weight make the right foot push the ground away to the right. It's going to shift your weight to the left onto that left heel more. Do you feel that? There you go. Good. Yes. Now get ready, right side. Get ready, right side. That's it. Very good. Good. Oop. Get ready, right. Can you feel that shift now? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. So that's interesting because for you, that's translate as, because it's the ball of your foot, it's more likely that it's not just a glute med, but also a TFL that needs a little bit of strength together to manage the right. Awesome. Good. Okay. Oh, good. I love it. Because from the back, it's very visible, the fall to the right. Yeah. And yes, that's it. Okay, good. So for the sake of the replay, Deshelle and Diana, we're talking about when I do this on my heel, and Lisa does this on her ball of her foot, is that when she's making this shift, she falls to one side. The side is not ready for whatever is taking her, and she is aware that she needs not just this up here, but she needs the foot to talk to it. She needs the foot to react to the ground to help trigger this up here. I think that's very great. Okay, so let's take a step forward. So here's the hard part. As you take a step forward, I want you to watch out. So if I was me, my right side's where I fall, and Lisa's is also, I start the step and you can already see I'm falling to the outside way more than is necessary for something simple like a step, right? Left side's pretty stable. Right side, as I push off, there's that whoop off. So in your own body, use your bar to help you however, and that might mean sliding it slightly to one side or the other to give you a little more stability. That's it, yeah. And you can play with it. So I would do one foot saying maybe 4 times before you switch to the other side. playing with how the bar helps you and deciding whether you like it better going, which side you like the bar sliding to. Yeah, and then after you get 4 or 5 on each side, it might take 6 to decide what you like, what gives you a little more feedback. Then you can start alternating, or you might just go down to 2 and 2, 2 each side, before you go down to single steps. I want to remind you, if you're so busy thinking about the foot that's pushing you off, you might forget about the foot that you're landing on and vice versa. Right? I totally do that when I'm thinking about my right side. So you'll just remind your brain to remember. That's it, good. Are you at singles?
Was that? Yeah. Well, I was at doubles.
You were at doubles? The doubles is okay. Yeah, doubles is okay. I'm just trying to figure out where everybody's at. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. So what we hopefully might notice that as we fine tune these steps, we're going to feel the glutes engage a little more. We might also feel the stabilizing muscles on either side of our spine a little differently. Because holding ourselves centered requires these guys to help out a little more. So don't be surprised if you're like, why is this one side getting tired? That could be why. I'd love it if it's not your low back down here. I'd love it to be somewhere higher on these nice long guys getting tired. Okay. Everyone have time to experiment? Put it in your fitness journal. Help yourself remember. And then we're going to take a nice little paddle and squat. So sitting down, paddling to the side, coming back up, and paddling to the other side. Yeah. Good. That's it. So instead of watching it go this time, right, because I like to do that too, watch the paddle, I want you to look straight ahead. If you were kayaking a tricky little section, you probably would not look back and watch your paddle go. Yeah? You'd be looking at where you need to go straight ahead. That's it. Yeah. Yes. You're a little bit silly. Good. All right, now next one, we're gonna hold it down. I'm holding mine to my left. I'm just gonna tap the right foot back. Good, and then stay low. Bring your bar over to the right as you bring the right leg up to your belly. You're still in that squat. Good. Bring the right foot back. Come back to your left. Good. Bring the right foot up to your belly. Sit deeper in your squat. We're using the bar on that right side to help us get deeper right here. Get a little deeper. We should be able to use it as support. Yeah, that's it. Very good. Good. One more. Hold it there nice and deep, still in your squat, pulling your weight back. Now just extend that leg, see if you can sit a little deeper. I know, a little deeper, and then tap and lift, tap and lift. Good. Yeah, that's it. Pulling that over to the right. Whoa. Good. That's it. Good. And last one. Good. That foot comes in. Come to center. Push your bar down and extend your tail up. Good. Then extend your bar forward. This time when we pull the bar under, we can round our way up. Good. All right. And then we'll paddle down, alternating sides, starting with the right side. So sitting down, we're going to paddle. Come back up and paddle to the left. That's it. Good. Good. So what you just learned about your walking with your feet, can you apply it here? If you go down and that side that wasn't catching you is still not catching you, push the ground away, right? So if I come down and I'm sinking into this side, it's letting everything dump. Think about pushing the ground away with that side, and that will center you back up. Hi, what is that? I saw you trip.
Okay.
No tripping. Yes, right? So if, yeah, and so that's, someone's not catching you. So, all right, we're gonna hold it now down to our right. Hi, beautiful. Down to the right, good. And we're gonna tap back the left. Good, now sitting low, we're gonna come over, bring that left leg up. Whoop, and then tap back to the right. Scoop the belly in, staying low. Good. You can think of it as almost like rolling like a ball form, right? Pulling that knee right on up. Good. Sit a little deeper back, not in the front, sit a little deeper in the back. Good. And then this one we're gonna hold. Good. Okay. And then, whoa. And then extend that leg. Good. And lower and lift. Now check your shoulder, make sure it's pulled back, especially on this low arm, the one that's pulling back. Good. Good. See if you can sit a little bit lower. Use your bar for a little bit of support. Good. Last two. And last one. Good. That foot comes down. Oh, bar comes forward. Extend your legs. Some of you are going to feel like you need that stretch in the standing glute. Others of you are going to want it in your quads or hams. Good. Ah. And then let it settle into place. How are we doing? Good. Okay. Okay, good. So let's take ourselves into a curtsy. We're going to start stepping to our right. So I'm going to give you some room. We're going to work a little rotation. So stepping to the right, left foot goes behind. So again, this is my right. What happens? I step and whoa, I overshoot my hip. So when you step again, think straight down, get that foot ready to catch you. Yeah, good. All right. And then left foot comes behind. Rotate around to your right. Good. Come back to center, step right behind and rotate. So I'm going to show you, right, curtsy, you know basically the basic move. As you're pulling, again, check the shoulder that it's not pulling like this, but that it's staying open as you rotate around. Yes, lovely. That was nice, Lisa. Diana and Deshelle on the replay, I am sure that was just as lovely. That's it. Which are you? Wait, oops. I thought we don't knock each other over. Good. Okay, now I'm going to hold this one over here to the right. I want to push down into the right foot. It'll bring me more to center. Can you feel that? And then I'm going to release. Now my weight is back on the left foot. Push down on the right, trying to get the inside of my big foot down. My big foot, it is a big foot, but the inside of my big toe down, and then release. Yeah. And I want you to see if you can do that with just that front foot. So I'm trying to get this foot down and under and that way, from the inside of the foot out. Like I'm gonna take a step out, which I am about to, right? Which we would about to. But I want you to really feel that line, which hopefully feel how that works up here in the thigh and in the diagonal line to the outside glute. Good. All right. Now we're just going to come up, whoop, and lift that. Ooh, yes we are. And lift that knee out to the side. Extend, bend, come back down. Start with the front foot, your right one. Pull it under you. Feel how that gets you up into this side knee. Extend, bend, put it back down. Good. Right foot presses and pulls the ground. The left one comes up. Extend, bend, good, and down. That's it. Last time. Pull through the ground. Good. Extend, bend, and back down. Very nice. Okay, let's go to the other side. Zoop, zoop, and same little drill. We're going to pull forward with the left foot and then release back onto the right one. Pull, 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 and then release. So really feeling how that foot informs everything else. And by the time we get to about the 6th rep, we should start being aware, hopefully, of the inner thigh and the medial ham. Or on the opposite side, we might be feeling this guy trying to help push us. Now if this side happens to be your underactive side, it might be working very hard to get you on that front leg. No, I said that backwards. If the front leg is your underactive side, the back one is the one that's working harder to compensate for it. That makes sense? Yes. So the front leg is trying to push, sweep back. Good. All right. So shall we try having that lead us into our side leg? So start with the foot that's in front. Whoa. And then lift up. Come on, girl, lift up. Extend, bend, behind, and down. Yeah, good. Foot, knee, extend, bend, behind. Good. That's it. Good. Good, and let's do one more. Very nice, good, and then let's come back to center. Nice job, okay. So I want to get us down to the mat. So we're gonna come down there simply, just taking a step back behind like a big curtsy, and then we're on one knee. We're gonna then pivot all the way around so our back is to the mat, and then have a seat, and then roll ourselves down to the mat. So we'll be putting our feet up on our bars. Ooh, the floor is cold. I don't usually feel the cold through my mat, but I feel it this morning. So, Diana, we had frost last night, just so you know. All right, so feet up on that bar.
Diana's like, what's frost?
Does Diana remember what frost is? Okay, push your feet to the outside of your foot bar, and then just check, make sure you're in a good spot on that bar. I don't want it to be ricocheting anywhere, so make sure you've got a good position, nice and connected. Okay, now wrap your feet over your bar like they're trying to cup over it, like hands reaching around a bar. So super active feet now. And then we're going to press away. The further you get away, the more I want you to try to cup your feet. There's so much bird action. Sorry, I get distracted. There was big bird flying through the window. I'm like, huh, good morning, bird. And then another minute, like 2 more birds flying over the window, big ones, and then a seagull and a crow.
Early birds get the worm.
Early birds get the worm. Or the trash cans. So really seeing if that heel and ball of foot can try to reach around your bar. And it should be more challenging the longer our legs get, unless you're a gymnast. Because their feet are probably pointing super hard right now. But once you get yourself warmed up to that position, I want you to just take a quick peek at your bar and see if what you feel matches what you actually see. For example, if I feel like my left leg is not pressing in space as well as my right, and if I look at it, I can see that my left bar is tilted up, and I need to really keep reaching through that left side. Or you might feel even, and then you look up there and your legs are floating off to one side of your center line. So just take a quick little peek, see what that looks like, and then keep that in your head as you keep moving. Good. Good. Last one. Still strong in those feet. Good. And then bring your feet in, hold your straps, and then just flex them. Just give them a flex, give them a little rest from that strong wrapped position. Yep. Good. This should feel good. Little rest. Good. And then they're back on your bar. Feet are pressing outwards against the bumpers. Press out again. Good. And then this time we're just going to add a little bow. Coming up into bow. Look at those feet now. Feel them pulling the legs away from your hips. Good. Bring them back in. Come out of your bow. Good. Inhale. Exhale up. Sweep those hands along your legs. Good. Inhale, exhale, pull your legs out of your hips, pull your spine the opposite way. Good. And then bring them in and down. Good. On the next one, I want you to think of lifting your chest before you lift your head. Feel your chest start the movement and then let the head follow. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Last one. Chest begins to lift. The head just follows along. That's it. Good. Reach those legs. Good. Bring them in. Good. And down. Good. Take the legs up to the sky, pressing out to the edges. Press, 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 press. Good. And then lower those legs down, pulling with the back of your leg. Good. And then right back up, hinging at your hip. Good. So as we're going, if you feel like you just don't feel your body here, play with how you are away from your mount. Maybe you need more resistance to feel some feedback and awareness in your, or maybe you need less awareness for your body to take over more control of the motion. So you can play. Good. And one more. All right. Arms come up to the sky. We're going to inhale, exhale, come into bow. Lower those legs. Raise the arms to your ears. Then exhale, staying in bow. Raise the legs up, reaching a little higher. Good. And then lower yourself out of your bow. Legs are to the sky. Inhale, exhale, into bow, lowering the legs. Good. Stay there as you inhale, raise the arms up. Good. Exhale, arms come down, legs come up. Good. Inhale and exhale out of bow. So this is a double leg stretch variation. Inhale, exhale, up into bow. Legs come down. Good. Inhale, stay there as the arms reach up. Exhale, stay there as the legs come up and the hands come down. Good. And then inhale, exhale out of bow. Last round. Inhale and exhale up. Good. Stay there as you inhale, arms to the ears. Exhale, legs come up, resisting with the back. Don't let the bar just swing up. Good. That's it. Good. And then down. Good. Hands return to the ground. Bend your knees. The knees are right over your hips. Good. Again, check your bar, right? Which foot is putting more weight into that bar? See if you can level it out. And then you're just going to unbend and bend. Super simple. And I'm going to challenge you here again. You control the bar. Do not let your weight control the bar, right? Because my legs are heavy, right? I'm a big person. I can easily just rest on this bar right here. Instead, I want you to pull actively through the back of your legs. Good. Can you do that? Just let your thighs be still. So if you need to, put your fingers here on your thigh and watch where it moves to, right? Keep your arms still, because some of us will do this. We'll follow the leg, me included. And we're like, what? It's fine. So you have to be really disciplined in keeping your hands still so that you have a proper marker. That's it. Good. Are we feeling awake behind the back of the leg and the low belly? What do you feel? Can you bend your knees in more? There you go. Now they just bend down. Good. Okay, good. So we're going to bend those knees, pull your bar in. Now push the bar along the floor. Good. Now it's hovering back along the floor. Good. Unfold your knees. They should be right back into perpendicular position. There you go. Good. Bend your knees. Good. Use the back of your leg to help hold the bar down. Good. Bring it back in and extend up. Good. Use the back of your leg. Again, this is an easy place to cheat. One way to help you is to keep pushing the bar out, right? Push your feet out against the bumpers to keep that part of your leg active. Good. And last one, push. Length, back in, and up. Good. All right. Reach up for your straps. Let your legs extend up to the sky. Very carefully put your balls of your feet on your bar and let your heels have a stretch. Your heels have a stretch. Let your heels reach up so that your calves have a stretch. Ooh, what do I say? It might feel like your heels have a stretch if your Achilles is very tight. All right. And then we're going to carefully take your feet out. Make sure you scoot your hands toward your bar so it doesn't smack you in the face. Save your face. Good. All right. And then from here, we're going to come upright. So legs extend all the way out. Press down to the ground. Inhale and exhale. Push your bar upward. Ooh, 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 ooh. And then all the way up to sitting. That was a hard one this morning. Yep. Okay, good. So from here, we're going to just take our bars off and switch into our straps. $8:09 already.
What's that?
I said it's 8:09 already. You feel your abs? Okay, good. Do you feel your abs or hams or glutes? Any of the? Okay, good. Just checking. Just making sure. On target. All right, so when you have your straps on, we'll turn and put our back out. Yes. We'll be on our knees, so keep your soft things under your knees. All right, so first we are just on knees, and we're gonna bring our fists down to our waist. And I'm gonna try to show you all the ways I will compensate. My butt is out, I'm hinged forward, and my ribs are pressed forward. So all that's not so good. Here I'm gonna push my hips forward and bring my ribs back and let my heels point a little bit toward each other. Yeah, so I'm not torquing my knee. All right, so then hopefully you have found all your places, like your ribs, good, like your hips and ribs, like mine, good. And then Diana, I want you to be careful you don't over tuck, right? Sometimes there's a deep tuck there. I don't want you to just be neutral. And we're just gonna push forward. 2 fists, and then bring it back in. Good. Yeah, so elbows are close. It's a close press. And same thing as when we were standing. Notice where your weight goes, what your butt does. So I'm going to show you a back view of me as I press. This is my right side. You're looking at it like it's your left side. It does this every single time I press out, right? So I have to make sure that that is holding. Yes, right? Good. Knowing where center is and being there. Good. That's it. Good. Now, can you do that? And imagine your thighs lengthening down through the floor because your feet are not touching the ground, right? Now you have to really think of it coming, especially from that femur, pulling out of your hips and your spine lifting away. Good. And one more. Good. Both arms press forward. Good. Now hinge forward on your knees. You might need to adjust your legs or your feet a little bit to make that comfortable for your knees, just depending on you. Woo! Good. Yes, that's it. Good. And 2 more. I want you to feel where your wobbles are, where your edge is. Where is it that you're tempted to either push that butt out, push the chest out, or tug the tail over much? Just a little, right? Just a little. Good. Yes, better, Lisa. I see that. Good. All right, so now hold that there. And we're going to start our long stretch. Up. Good. And down. Yep. And you're going to see if you can keep connected to your spots, right? Keeping your line. Making sure your weight's not setting off to just one side, which should make your obliques turn out a little more. Good. That's it. Good. And one more. Good. And then arms open wide. We're still in our little forward plank. Pull the arms back together for hug a tree. Open. Good. That's it. Good. That's it. Okay. Check your spines again. Yes. Good. That's very nice. Good. Give me 2 more. Whoa. And 1 more. Good. All right. Now we're just going to flutter. So arms are going to start moving up and down, like swimming. Ribs in, spines long. Abs trying to keep you from falling on your nose. Yes. And then we're going to start fluttering upward. Let the shoulders stay wide. Let the ribs stay in. The shoulders just moving, Yep, the scapula, you'll feel it move just a little bit up and down from the back, not at the top, from the back. Good, and then bring it back down. Good. Good, now try a little wider. Same thing. Feel the width. Good. That's it. And then bring it back down. Keep yourself pressed forward. Keep yourself pressed forward, hips. Good, and then a little wider. So now you should be like a big V shape between your arms. Wow. Yes. Check your shoulder blades. Are they still connected to that arm? Ooh, good. Now just open out to T. Flutter. So your T is not right out at the side. Think of your T as being just in front of your shoulder, right? That 30-degree mark. And again, you're hanging up those arms. Ah. Yes, good. But look at how pretty that makes our biceps. We're not just about the pretty, but it is nice. Good. And then back down. Ooh, my arms came way forward, didn't they there? Good. All right. And then go ahead and bring those arms forward. Let your booty sit back while you hinge forward. Stretch through your spine. Give those shoulders a little break. That's it. And then round your spine up. Good. And then we're going to do a cat roll down. So cat roll down is a little different than what we just did. That was a little relief moment. Cat roll down is keeping your hips pressed forward as long as you can. So the hands are going to start palms at your side, facing forward. We're going to roll our spine down, trying to keep those hands as close to the knees as we can and keep the hips pushed as forward as we can. You might get a nice stretch through your back right here. Then when you feel like you can maybe touch the ground, maybe it's close, maybe you have to let your hands come away a little bit, you can pause, extend your spine. And then round the spine, push those hips forward, walk your hands as close as you can to those knees, as close as you can. See if you can keep your hips still pushed forward, and then round your way back up. Good. Arms get to release back. Good, and we're going to do it again. So this is really ultra minding the hinge, right? We want to control the hinge. So hips trying to stay forward without hinging until the very end. So hands press in. Inhale, exhale, start your bow, and then your roll down, hips trying to stay forward. We're anti-hinging. We're rounding. And then your hands can step out. Now extend the tail, lift the chest. Good. And then round. Start pushing your hips forward as you walk your hands as close as you can toward your knees. Push those hips forward as you round up, trying to unhinge again. Yep, push, push, push hips, push hips, push hips. There you go, good. Can we do one more round? Yeah, making sense in your body? Yeah, good, all right. Inhale, exhale, press forward, and round down. Oh. And then hands step out. There you go. And release. Yep, release. Good. And then re-engage. Good. And then we're going to round back up. So hands come toward the knees as close as you can. Push those hips forward as much as you can. Good. And then really let that release back. Nice. Let's take your left foot forward. Good. Arms wide. Good. And then just bring your right arm forward, like a half hug. Good. That's it. Now press into that front left foot. We're going to wake up the underside of that front left leg a little bit. So there's a long half hug, right? Long half hug, not a punch. Okay, now You're gonna take yourself into a rotation. Now keep your arms set at your T, rotate your torso. Good, and come back to center. Good, and again, same direction, right arm forward toward the left knee, but it's being led by your torso, not your arm. Okay, so if this is the side that you normally dump in when you're standing, can you push yourself to your left here? You might feel less stable. You might feel a whole new part of your oblique helping you out. You might feel it stretching while it works, right? Because it's used to being shortened and dumped into on this side. Good. One more. Nice. And then we're going to tuck that back toe under. And then press forward with your right hand into a punch. Good. And then we're going to stand alternating hands. So all the way up, getting off that back knee. Good. Come back down. Good. And up. Push. And down. That's it. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I'm off the mat. Like sliding on the slippy part. Good. That's it. Yep. Down, 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 down. One more. You're going to stay pushing with that front heel both ways. So push the front heel down and forward, down and forward, down and forward. Yeah, if you're pushing the front heel down and forward, you shouldn't be able to fall like this into this knee. If it's really trying to dig down and away, what should happen is it brings you back. Yeah? Make sense? Okay, good. If you're down, stay down. We're going to switch knees. So now my right is forward. Arms are out to that T shape. So again, check where your weight is falling. Ugh. And then just bring your left arm forward, just your left. Yeah, good. Don't let it cross your middle line because then you'll have no resistance. You want to just pull to where you feel that resistance. Hi, baby. Where you going? Hi, precious. Hi, my precious. Good. Good. All right. Now keep your arm open. Now use your torso to rotate that arm. Hello, precious. Hi, good boy. Hello. Hi, angel. That's it. My baby. Good. There you go. How do I? Okay, so then one more. Good. And then we'll bring the fists in. We're going to punch forward with your left arm. Take your left toe, tuck it under. We're going to get ready to stand. And as we stand, we're going to switch hands. Good. And as we come down, we'll switch them back to their start. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Thank you for telling us. Good. Papa, you have to carry him.
What?
You have to carry him.
I have to carry you?
So we think Muchacho has seasonal affectiveness disorder because in the darkest days of winter, the past 3 weeks, he's been so sad on his walks. It's been so sad. And then this weekend, he's a new dog again with all the sunshine. But I think he's stiff from it because he kind of got a little deconditioned. He wasn't his normal pace during the darkest part of winter. And then with the sun, he was like, on it. Good. That's it. Good. And we'll come up one more time just to get our way up. Digging in that front heel. Good. Good. All right. And then step forward away from your mount. Good job. Butterfly. So we're going to take butterfly in second position. And we'll inhale, take those arms up. We're going to start with our feet on the floor, side bend to your right. Take your right hand, let it sweep across to that left glute. Press down and open up. And then back to the side, all the way up. Left side. Left hand drops across the left to the right glute and then reaches down. And so this first one is just to open up through the front of those hips. Right? Feel the side, feel the lats. Then I want you to put your brain on a little bit. So as we come now to your right again, did you swing out to the side? Right? Can you keep your weight more even and make the reach happen axially, right? On your spine, rather than as a hinge at the hip and low back. That's much better. Right, reach up and reach down. Good. And then keep it. Oh, now what happens when the arm comes out to the side? Did you see how it collapsed again? So if you're like me, we've got to keep pressing through the ground before we come up to the other side. Good. And then to your left, work it. Don't let your hips swing. Make your spine rotate. Good. That's it. Good. And up. Okay, because now you understand what we're looking for? I think you do. Okay, good. So now we're going to come up on tiptoes and see what happens here. So before you even move, find your center line, right? Make sure it's nice and long, and then side bend. Now you have to really use those feet that were wrapping over your foot bar. Do you remember that? That sensation? Can you wrap them as if they wanted to wrap over the bar now? It should make you more steady. And then to the side. Good. Center. If you need to come down or want to come down to make sure you are centered, do so that you can feel what it's like when you come up. And then other side. Again, notice where you're falling versus reaching versus supporting, right? Good. Abs on. And I come down to reset. Yeah, how's that feel? Can we do one more each way? Okay. If it's feeling too easy, then you decide. Do you need more feedback from the strap or less feedback from the strap? Right? Everyone's a little different. Sometimes more resistance is helpful, and sometimes it's just you fighting the strap. So you see what you need to feel more in control. Find the length. Good. Reach across. So I'm not side bending. I'm not collapsing. I'm getting long. I want you to get long too. That's it. Super long. Good. Good. And then to the side. Center. I like to come down to reset. Check where I'm at. Stay long. Stay long. That's it. Good. Nice length, Lisa. Yes. Good. Press that top hand away from you just a little more. There you go. Just feeling that front of you stay engaged. Good. And then back up. Good. And then down. Good. Step your right foot forward. Let your chest and your hips push away from the mat. Should be a nice stretch. Good. And then stepping back, other side. That's it. Good. Good. Very nice. And then allow yourself to throw the strap over your head. Should feel good to your shoulder and your back. And then we'll switch. Just let it throw over the other way. Yes, good. All right. And then we'll spin around, face that mountain, take a swan dive. So hinging forward, pressing those hands back on either side. Good. Drop the hands to the shins and then round up through your spine, sweeping those hands back and up all the way to the sky. Good. Inhale, exhale, palms face out. Push them back towards your hips. As you hinge, hands drop to the shins. Inhale, exhale, round up, pushing those hands back. They rotate in the straps as they come up like a big snow angel. All the way up, good. And one more time, palms face back, push back. Good. Hands drop. Inhale, exhale, round. Good, circle up. Good, dun, dun, dun. Nice and strong, good. Just a scarecrow in, push back up to the sky. 2 more. Scarecrow, keeping that energy in the hands, trying to get them further back than your elbows. Good. That's it. I said 2 more, I think we did 3. Good, and then let your arms go. Thank you, both of you, very nice. That was vigorous. Had to wake you up.